Good morning, everybody. You're waking up to the vibe. Joe Altieri here. We are excited. It's Friday morning. We're going to have a good time. Hey, the first two people in the room happen to be major winners here at Wake Up to the Vibe. Good morning, Sherry and Cindy. I just want to let you guys know that I will get your prizes out to you on Monday. My plan was to do it tomorrow, but I completely forgot. I was heading to Asheville. So, yeah, we're gonna mail you're a winner, chicken dinner. That's right. They were the first contestants to win the prize from the Wake Up to the Vibe newsletter. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, King. Pucky's in the house. Good morning, my brother. And yes, that's right. Bobby Badfinger is here. We've got some great music lined up for you guys today. I've got my guests are in the waiting room, and they're waiting, of course. So I'm not going to keep them waiting too long. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to get our funk on here with the Jeb Bush Orchestra. But before we go there, listen, I want to thank everybody who tuned in on Wednesday and for listening to me rant on and on and on and on and on. As you know, many of you know, I want to just reiterate, probably remind you again later, and Jean-Paul's in the room. I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be releasing the Barroom Philosophy video pretty soon. That's going to happen. But as many of you know, we're going to be stepping back a little bit to get ready to step forward in a real big way. So we're pretty excited about that. Now, Sherry, let me tell you this. I have to make sure that Bobby Badfinger gets his merchandise before anyone. So I'm going to try to mail his on Monday, and I think I'm going to mail yours on Tuesday. So don't worry. Hang tight. And good morning, everybody. I'm glad you're here with us this morning. We're going to dive right into things. But listen, it's been a fun ride, man. We've had such a great time for the last 6 months, and this is not the end. This is actually the beginning of something very cool. But like I said, we have to kind of get off of this path to take a different road to get to where it is we want to go. And if you're wondering what that is, check out Wednesday's show. Watch the video on Wednesday's show. It kind of explains it. I don't want to repeat myself over and over. A lot of the people in the room today, I could see who's in the room. You were here on Wednesday, and you've already heard it all. So no need to repeat it all, other than we got some great things going on, and we're moving on to a larger platform, but it's going to take us a little while to get it all set up and to get the content produced. The content is produced differently than what we're doing here on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. We're looking at Roku and Apple TV and Amazon Fire TV. So those are the platforms, different production, different, much better quality, a much larger audience, and just, well, kind of yes and no. But yeah, just a very cool thing that we're going to be doing. So yep, that's it, folks. I'm going to be bringing on our guests here. Hold on a second, because I'm going to give them some music and let's get them all in the room, though. Let's see. We got a full room today. That's it, baby. They're here promoting their new album, Greatest Hits, Volume 2. Greatest Hits, Volume 2. And they were experiencing a U.S. tour. COVID shut them down. COVID said, go home and make some music. And this is an instrumental funk band out of Boston, Massachusetts. And I love that. I love this. I love the sense of humor this band has. Ben, the handsome one. And we got Grant, the one who's never been exposed to sunlight, and Willis, the premature fetal drummer, and Luke, who can't see the color red, but he's the funk master on the bass guitar, Jeb Bush Orchestra. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
That was a phenomenal introduction.
Well, dude, this is what I do.
That's what, you could announce wrestling with that. I felt like I was a wrestler with that. Sparks flying around me, and that music. I'd like that music to play anytime I walk into a room. That was really fantastic.
Anytime I walk into a room, here you go.
Weighing
In this corner,
on the 4-string Fender bass. Oh my God.
actually, you know what? That is a great concept for an introduction to a band when a band goes live. You do music.
If you ever have enough money, I'll pay for you to just follow us around and announce us. You'll have one of those mics that comes down from the ceiling.
I love it.
You'll have to wear a white suit.
I love it, man. A white suit with white shoes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. You got to have the microphone come down from the ceiling, though, right?
Where else is it going to come from? It's ridiculous to have it come from anywhere else.
Oh man. So listen, let's get rolling here. I found you guys on YouTube or Bandcamp or one of those outlets that I'm always looking for cool music. And let me just tell you what I heard, and I'm not sure if you're going to agree with me on this. But when I heard first the guitar parts, you guys got some funky riffs going on, right? And I don't know why, but I know Walt Lewis is in the room watching. I see that he logged in to watch this show, and he's a huge Steely Dan fan. And what's interesting is I heard a couple things that it brought me back to Steely Dan. And I hope you take that as a compliment because I'm a huge Steely Dan fan.
We got a couple of we have a couple of quote unquote Danimals in this band.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
We're actually is anyone here not in this group not like a pretty deep Steely Dan fan? I feel like we haven't talked about it, but I feel like we all are.
I think I'm like maybe like mid thigh deep in.
Okay,
Steely
that's fair.
Dan.
That's a reasonable amount of Dan.
I'm not that deep.
I'm probably up to my waist in Dan, but
that doesn't sound good, man. That doesn't sound right. I got to get my mind off of that now. I like Ben's response. Ben's like, "Yeah, I'm not deep."
I mean, I feel like I relate with Donald Fagen a lot when it comes to
wait.
piano.
You say that you like a lot.
Like we have similar ways of approaching the instrument. So.
All right. So first, listen. It sounds like you guys can sit around a table in a bar and have a Steely Dan talk for hours. But it was a compliment. So, and I'm glad you take it as that because Steely Dan's one of the greats. They're legends. And I like that term. I'm going to call my buddy Walt a Danimal. You're a bunch of Danimals. This obviously, you guys, you're not out of bed 7 o'clock in the morning on a regular basis, right? Tell me you're not.
I bet Luke probably hasn't even been asleep yet.
You're correct. I've been nocturnal for the last couple months. It's great.
Luke doesn't go to bed until after the stock market has settled down around 10 or 10:30.
After the bell rings, he goes to bed.
Well,
He's got to make some trades first, and then he goes.
You gotta make moves, let it settle, then I go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you seriously a trader?
I am a trader. I'm a serious stock trader. I'm not a serious trader, but I do it.
Now, all right. So should I do a disclaimer for our viewing audience that whatever is said today, please do not take any of it.
Yeah, we're not liable. In fact, we're not liable if you blow all of the money you inherited from your grandpa on something that Luke said.
All of the money that you have. Oh my gosh. All right. So here's what I'm going to do because StreamYard's kind of funky, just like Zoom. Like when everybody talks at the same time, it just comes out like, you know what I mean? I'm going to start with Ben since he's right next to me in the room here. So Ben, tell me a little bit about yourself. Give me like a 30-second summary. Like who is Ben?
I'm a guy from Ohio, moved to Boston for school. Right now, I'm a Spanish teacher. not and I play in the band as well. I've been playing in the band for a number of years now, and I like to make music, and I like to garden as well.
What's your instrument, Ben?
I play keys.
Yeah, you're the keyboard player. Okay.
Really?
It's interesting. You're the keyboard player, and then you're the one who was kind of like, Steely Dan, yeah, I'm not in too deep. I would think that the keyboard player would have been in deeper than all the others for some reason, because you have that feel, you know. So
yeah, well, it's music written by keyboardists. You can tell a lot of it's piano driven.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Hey, Willis is in the house, the premature fetal drummer.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good, man. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing all right.
All right. Give us a 30-second synopsis. Who are you, man? Where'd you come from?
Sure. So I grew up in Massachusetts and then went to Berklee College of Music to study drums. Now I graduated a couple of years ago. I've just been like gigging and teaching around Boston, doing that freelance thing. And yeah, that's about it.
That's
drums
it, man.
all the time.
7 a.m. treats you good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You look good. You look fresh, man.
All right. Thanks.
Willis is also the freshest one in the band.
He's definitely the freshest.
He has a very expensive collection of cologne that he switches between depending on how he feels.
Well, it matches my expensive watches.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Luke, how you doing, man? Luke is the announcer. Give me your best WWF announcement if you were to introduce Grant. You were to introduce Grant into the arena.
Oh my God. Okay, let me think.
Luke, if you mess this up, I'm quitting the band.
I'm out.
What town are you from?
Bedford, Texas.
Bedford, Texas. Okay.
Here, I'll give you some music, man.
Hailing from Bedford, Texas, weighing in at 147 pounds, playing the 6-string Telecaster, Grant Blue.
Dude, you are a natural. You're a natural. You know what I think is hilarious? You dialed in the reverb for that pretty quick.
I do my best. Came prepared. I knew you would have sound effects. So, and I didn't want
I told you, Joe, he's been up all night.
This is hilarious. So, Luke, tell us a little bit about yourself. We'll give you the 30 seconds. This might be the only 30 seconds you have for the rest of the show to be the only one speaking.
Me, what's there to tell? I had a dream of playing in a band, a funk band, one which didn't take itself too seriously. I found a couple of goofballs who didn't have anybody else. Got joking, got token, got making tunes all night. His name was Ben Hammer.
Beautiful.
We all come together. We make tunes every day. Sometimes we fight, but it's okay. Because in the end, I got a band.
Thank you for that, Luke. Oh my gosh. All at 7 a.m. Oh my. All right. So listen, that was good though. And you do a mean WWF, you're like Howard Cosell.
Thank you very much.
So Grant, give us a little background about yourself here so the viewers know who we're talking to, and then we're going to talk about the band as a whole.
Yeah, my name is Grant Bloom. I grew up in Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas. Been in Boston for 4 years. And I just play guitar, and I sometimes sing with the group occasionally if we need to get people to pay attention more or something. But so yeah, that's pretty much it.
Now I want to ask you, and this is for anybody in the band. Is it difficult to be playing out as an instrumental funk band? I mean, do you find that sometimes people are like, "Hey, man, where's the vocals?" I can dig it. I mean, I love instrumental stuff.
I don't think it's usually a problem. I think like I don't know, especially because we've done so many gigs for like people in like undergrad and stuff, and like a lot of parties, and so it usually goes. I don't know. It usually goes over pretty well. The only times it's like weird is if we accidentally like book a gig that's like not the right kind of venue,
Right. Yeah, they're wondering why you're not, playing a Tom Petty song or something,
Sometimes I wonder that too.
Yeah. That's right. Looks like we lost Ben. Hopefully he comes back and joins us here. Oh, there he is. He's back. Oh.
He's over there now.
Oh, there you go.
Changing up the order.
Oh, it's messing with me. I had to count and see if we had 4 people here. How did this band start? Where did it all begin?
I tried to tell you, but you just heard the shtick.
The keyboards were drowning you out, and I don't want to hurt your feelings, man.
Oh, it's too late. Well, and should we tell them the truth? We should tell them the truth. Ben and I met at an open mic, and we both knew how to play Benny and the Jets, and we just went up and did it. And ever since, we were like, we should make music together. We have interlocking and not like perfectly congruent taste, so we would like create something interesting, and now we do.
Well, that's cool. So where did the other 2 guys come from?
I don't know. I met one and was like, it's okay.
I met Luke I was playing an outdoor gig in Harvard Square, and Luke was just like I don't know, I think Luke was maybe busking there or something, and so he heard me play, and then so he came up afterwards and just said hi and asked if I wanted to come and like jam. And I hadn't been in Boston very long, so I was anxious to find new people to play with, and so that's how I joined the band.
Yeah, very cool.
I could tell you. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, that's all right. That's all right. It's internet streaming. I mean, it's so hard. It's hard not to step on each other, so don't worry about it. Willis, how did you land in this project?
So, shout out to Bobby Butler. Luke and I both knew a keyboard player, and Luke was looking for a drummer. So our mutual friend Bobby put us in touch. And I think we just played duo a couple times, just drums and bass. And I think just kind of like open jams, and there was some chemistry happening. So it just kept happening.
I have to ask you, is that his real name?
Bobby Butler?
That's an awesome
name.
That's
it.
Yeah.
His real name.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that name. It's just like easy to say,
I know.
Now you guys are all based out of Boston now. Is Boston home for all 4 of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is cool. And obviously, like we started off in the introduction, COVID has put you guys kind of in the corner to say, go home, quarantine, and stay away from each other. Have you been staying away from each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Grant or Willis since March.
Yeah, last I saw
right?
Last that I saw any of these guys was right when our tour ended, and we just driven back across the country to get home and start COVID life. And yeah, we haven't seen each other in the flesh or played together since then.
Have you had Zoom meetings or anything? I mean, this is not the first on-screen appearance you guys are making together, is it?
Maybe with all 4, maybe with all of us. Yeah,
I think it is
together.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm honored, man. This is cool. I feel like I put together a family reunion or something.
Yeah. You just gotta watch it because it's about to fly off the rails.
This is why we chose to do this at 7 a.m. I figured you guys were kind of like subdued at 7 a.m. I've watched your videos. You guys are hilarious. Like you got, like I was saying earlier, you have a sense of humor, right? And your music is definitely solid. I know I'm going to play a couple of songs today, and even the titles of your songs are funny. So why don't we do this? We'll talk to the band some more, but let's play a song. Let's give our viewing audience a taste of what's in store. We've got a couple songs we're going to play this morning. We're going to talk to you guys some more. But what's the deal with this song, Kung Fu Steve? Like, I love the names of your songs, man.
There's a story behind that one, but I think maybe some of the people that actually met, because I didn't meet Kung Fu Steve. He's a real human man. But maybe, yeah.
I met him.
Yeah,
So, like, go ahead, Luke.
Okay,
Yeah.
Kung Fu Steve is a man in Toronto, who sells hot dogs.
Boutique hot dogs.
Boutique
Mhm.
artisan,
The street-
beautifully crafted hot dogs. For like $8 each or something kind of ridiculous like that. But he was just this.
everything seems-
$8 Canadian though.
That's true.
That's right.
I said $8 Canadian though.
$6.
$8 Canadian. Okay, that's a much more.
So Kung Fu Steve is a Canadian who sells boutique hot dogs.
Yeah, but he was such an enlightened being. He understood how to treat people. He was fair. He offered all this great advice. And he was just a wonderful guy. And we said, yeah, we have to commemorate this man in song form.
Now, were you in Canada when you met Kung Fu Steve?
Yes.
Did you give Kung Fu Steve that name, or was that his hot dog stand?
His name. That's what he goes by. That's his like brand name.
I absolutely. We got Bobby Butler and Kung Fu Steve. You can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you.
And we're not that.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. Let's go ahead. All right, cool. That worked out good. I'm gonna mute you guys. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna play this song here, Kung Fu Steve, and then I'll come back and get you in a second. Okay. All right, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. So here we have Kung Fu Steve. This is the Jeb Bush Orchestra, and you're watching, as you know, Wake Up to the Vibe.
Maybe for our audience that doesn't know what it means, you might explain exactly what you mean by martial art.
Right. Martial art includes all the combative arts like karate or karate, judo, Chinese kung fu or Chinese boxing, whatever you call it. Most of them, you see, to me, at least the way that when I teach it, all type of knowledge ultimately means self-knowledge. Right, man, that's it. This is what it is, okay? I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup. It becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. The water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Be water, my friend. Actually, I do not teach, karate because I do not believe in styles anymore. I mean, I do not believe there is such thing as like Chinese way of fighting or the Japanese way of fighting, whatever way of fighting, because basically we have only created and create a style, because style is a crystallization. Be water, my friend.
And that's Kung Fu Steve right here on Wake Up to the Vibe. Hold on, let me bring these guys back into this room here. Oh my gosh, good stuff, man. It's just good funk. It's alive.
Thank you.
Really, yeah. Just want to, Luke, Willis, Ben, y'all really played nice on that song.
Well, I have to tell you, there's a lot of stops and jabs in this tune. You know what I mean? It's got kind of that. I don't know if any of you listen to String Cheese Incident.
No.
No. Do you serious?
Yeah, no? I listen to them.
Yeah, no, they got some pretty cool stuff, and that's what I was kind of like. It's got that real sharp, those stops and stuff. So Grant, you're the guitar player.
Yeah.
Are you a jazz guitarist outside of this band? I'm watching some of the chord progressions you're doing, and it looks like you got some jazz going on there.
I mean, I think it just depends on who you ask. I have played some jazz stuff. I've played plenty of jazz gigs, but I'm not like I just don't want to say it because like people that are like real jazz guitarists, it's like a disservice to them. But I know how to play some jazz chords and stuff, and I do like to use them when I can in the songs, like when it is something that fits in the song, So I'll throw them around occasionally, but I'm not like can't like play like a Charlie Parker song right now off the cuff for you or something.
Yeah, well, you got your own thing going on, and but I appreciate that. I didn't know if you because I think it was Willis that went to Berkeley. Was it?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
Willis is probably like I would say definitely. It's not really even
most
like
educated
great
musician we both know.
Well, and he's like probably got the deepest like influence of jazz of any of us. Like we probably play the most jazz the most seriously. I mean, maybe I think that's probably true. Don't you think, Willis?
Yeah, I guess probably.
He does do a lot of jazz gigs with some great like real jazz I'm not even trying to say it like it's a derogatory way, but like people that like I mean like self whatever, like demeaning myself, but it's like like the people that play like that play a lot of jazz, like it's and like are really into the form, like it's like pretty different. They go kind of deeper in different ways into different stuff.
Yeah. I mean, jazz is so different because it has such a deep history and a much longer history. Like recorded music history is not that long, and to think that jazz is goes all the way back to the 20s, all the way to now, it's really like doubling the catalog that you can explore, and it's changed so much. So
yeah. Hey, Ben, I was trying to focus on what Grant was saying, and Ben's over there doing this massive stretch and rod. It's like, dude, I'm glad you could be here with us this morning.
Actually, that was one of those stretches where you like your blood pressure drops and you like keep feeling. It's one of those. That's why I was really in it.
Where your blood pressure drops. All of a sudden, Ben just falls off the chair. So Ben, obviously this is funk music, and I think it's pretty cool. But I was hearing like when you're doing some of the choppy stuff there, right? You took me back to some of the early Stevie Wonder stuff, man, where he used to like just hammer that. Is it called a clave? What is that organ?
I guess I call it clav or
clav, right?
Clavichord.
Clavichord, right?
Clav, like in punk music. Like a clav is something. It can be. It's either a clavichord like an electric one, or you can use a Rhodes, or you can use a piano, and you generally add like a lot of compression and a wah to it to give it that.
Yeah, you represented it very well, man. That was pretty cool stuff. I was hoping the camera went to you when you were doing it because I wanted to see what you were doing.
It's basically just like this.
So yeah, Ben, can you simulate that for us right here on the show again? He's at his keyboard.
Imagine it's basically like the same, like it's actually the same kind of like directorial direction you would give somebody if they're like doing a scene hacking in movie, like in a movie, you know.
Yeah. But you're all
I just watched Swordfish yesterday, so I'm thinking about hacking and stuff.
Well, you know what the video actually it showed the viewing audience, whoever watches your video, right? It really shows them that you guys are just living life, man. You're having a great time. I could tell you absolutely love this stuff. So when you guys tour, okay, is there somebody in the band that's kind of like, you know, I know you have a manager, right? As a matter of fact, if it was Zoe, right? We'll give is it Zoe or Zoe?
Zoe. Shout out to Zoe.
Shout out to Zoe who made all this happen. So thank you so much, Zoe. But when you guys
she's in the comments.
Oh, she here?
No, she's in the comments somewhere, but
yeah, very cool. But when you guys are on tour and you're all hanging out in the van, is there one person who's like, "Come on, guys, we got to go. The van's leaving. Come on, guys, we got to check into the hotel. Come on, guys, it's time for dinner." Like, is there one person in this band that's like, I don't want to say the responsible one because I'm sure you're all responsible, but sometimes it takes one person to harness all the energy.
Well, I'm definitely the naggy one. I'm definitely the one. Yeah, I'm definitely one who's like, okay, we got to learn this, and this, and it has to be tight. And like we have to. I used to be pretty hard about like getting to the venue exactly at the time they tell you to show up, but not so much lately because it doesn't matter as much, and because there's no shows.
Yeah, I think maybe like Luke and I kind of take, because I think sometimes I'm the one also too who's like. Maybe Luke is a naggy one, but I'm the one who's I think always like, oh, I don't know, like I shoot down ideas sometimes because I think they're stupid or something, like they're not going to work out well. Like they're like if we're gonna like stretch if there's like an idea to do something, but I think it's gonna like stretch us too thin, I usually speak up about it because it's like especially on tour, it's like so easy to already get stretched thin. You're like, oh yeah, like it'll be super, you know, like when you're like a week out from doing it, you're like, oh yeah, this day, you know, we'll get up and we'll drive, you know, like 3 hours and we'll like play a radio show and then like drive another like 4 hours and then play a show and then pack up and then, you know, like we'll play at 1:30 a.m. and then go drive to some stranger's house, and so like it all sounds cool when you're first thinking about it, but then when the actual day comes and you're doing it, like halfway through the day, you're like, good Lord, like, you know, give me some coffee.
Yeah, I like that. When you're playing a gig at 1:30 a.m. and staying at some stranger's house. Hey, man, this is show business. You have to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Where did the name Jeb Bush Orchestra come from?
Me. It's entirely for Google abilities. There's nothing on the internet with Jeb Bush and orchestra in it. I've always wanted to see a band that like just had a celebrity's name and like, okay, who is the worst person you do for that? Like, who would you get in the most trouble for? And then are most likely to get publicity from being sued by for naming your band after. So I put that
awesome.
And here we are.
So did you guys have a meeting? Like you sat down at a bar and said, okay, guys, who would be really cool to get sued by? Why Jeb Bush?
It was 2016 also.
It was 2016, yeah.
All right, there you go. All right. I didn't know if somebody had a pretty strong political stance and you agreed with him on something.
We were all canvassing for Jeb Bush back then. No, I'm just kidding.
There's actually no rhyme or reason, right?
No, yeah, it's apolitical somehow.
But the goal is that we're going to go beyond Jeb Bush.
Correct.
Yeah,
I like it.
Like we want when people in 10 years, if people are like somebody brings up Jeb Bush, like I want them to think about Kung Fu Steve and not like Florida.
Right. Yeah. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, Jeb Bush, man, I remember those guys. I saw them in the club. They were phenomenal.
Yeah, Jeb. I want someone to say Jeb Bush. Yeah, I remember those guys, and not that guy.
That's right. That's right. All right. So listen, I got another song here. Right, this one's called 1980,000. What the? What is this?
That's actually
Future.
Yeah, it's the distant future, but also, you know, the future is made up of the past, so it kind of gets some of that in there as well.
So this is the future made up of the past. All right, let's hit this thing. Let's go into this. That was a good setup.
This song was inspired by aspects of the past and aspects of the future coming together in this moment right now with us.
Oh, I like this. We can talk over it.
Goes like this. We got Luke Bergamini on the bass, everybody. Give it up!
Tonic room. Is this the place that doesn't have a door on the toilet stall?
Oh man.
It doesn't have a door on the toilet. Is that?
Yeah, we can talk about that later, or maybe preferably
All right.
talk about it.
We'll let
later.
them listen to the music. All right, hold on a second. We had audio in the beginning. We lost the audio. Gotta love the internet. Hold on. I'm gonna try this again. We want you guys to hear the audio here, folks. Hold on. Let's
All right,
hold on a second. Yeah. We had audio in the beginning. We lost the audio. I think we overloaded the system with the internet. Hold on. I'm gonna try this again.
Some technical
We want you guys to hear
difficulties.
the audio here. All right, hold on a second. Here we go. Sorry about that, folks. Stay tuned. Stay with us. Oh, here we go.
This is the titular track from our new album, and this song was inspired by aspects of the past and aspects of the future coming together in this moment right now with us. We call the song 1980,000. Like this. We got Luke Bergamini on the bass, everybody. Give it
And you're waking up to the vibe. The Jeb Bush Orchestra is in the house. Let's get these guys back. Hey, fantastic job, man. I'm telling you. That was awesome. Hold on, Grant. Are you with us, Grant?
Am I?
Hold on.
Here, I see you.
Hello?
All right.
I see you.
All right.
Yeah,
I wanted to. The light is blasting through my window right now, and I wanted to go for like that scene in Lord of the Rings where Gandalf comes back as Gandalf the White, and they're in the woods, and they all shoot the arrows at him, and the light's on his face.
It cannot be.
And then he's like, "I've been gone a long time." But, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, sorry about the audio thing there. There was with 4 of you in the room. I went to shut one of you off, and I shut off the video. So my bad, but it's all good because this is live. This is high-end Facebook Live stuff right here.
This is highbrow too.
Wait, say that again, Grant?
I said it's highbrow as well.
Highbrow. Listen, man, you guys are freaking awesome. I'm serious. I absolutely love your stuff. That's why I asked you to be on the show. It catches you coming out of the gate. It makes you feel good. It's alive. You guys are a very live band. You know how some bands are awesome in the studio, and then you go see them live and they're like dead. It's like, what happened to you? The album's great. Why are you so lame live? You guys got some energy, man. It's like you're in an aerobics class.
Wow, that's like that. You don't even know how poignant that is.
No, listen, I'm pretty quick. I'm not the smartest guy on earth, but I'm pretty quick.
Well, it's nice of you to say that because I think we do try really hard to eat, like even on a day when it's like maybe it has, even if we had like not a great day and like maybe you don't even like you're not like even at the beginning of it if you're feeling like you'd rather be doing something else, but like we always try to just like put a lot of energy when we play, and like because just people respond to that, like they feel like they're part of it. And sometimes when you're trying to get people to move in the room, like you have to kind of set the set the standard of like energy, because there are definitely like you see too many shows with even people that are great players and have a lot of energy, but sometimes they don't it's hard to see on them when they're playing, and I don't know, it's just fun that way too, to jump around and be goofy and rock out.
Well, music's an emotion, right? Obviously, you could set the emotion, create the emotion. You can get rid of an emotion. But when you got this kind of music, and this is, we've been changing it up. I've had country artists, I've had acoustic folk artists, singer-songwriter stuff. We've had jazz, blues. I just thought it would be a good idea to bring funk to the table, especially on a Friday. Like, seriously, I want to go have a beer right now. I know you guys are probably all going back to bed. Listen, man. Hey, so I know you guys, especially you're much younger than I am. So your generation is 100% Spotify, right? So
for better or for worse.
Yeah, right. But your music's got to be all over Spotify right now.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it for sale? Say it again, Luke.
They're very easy to find.
Very easy to find. Just look for Jeb Bush.
The only
Orchestra.
Orchestra. There are no others.
If you see anything about Florida, turn around. You've gone the wrong way.
You're in the wrong way. It's got to be Jeb Bush, Boston, Massachusetts. Jeb Bush Orchestra, available. Add it to your playlist, folks, here on Spotify. Can you purchase music on iTunes? Can you get your stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we're on Apple Music.
We're on Apple Music as well. We're on most streaming services, and you can buy our stuff from our website if you want.
Awesome. You can buy your music. What's your website? Is it JebBushOrchestra.com? Does that make sense?
Orchestra.com.
I told you, man. I'm quick.
It was not a hot domain. Until now.
That's right. Now everybody's trying to buy the .io.tv. Hey, man, listen, Kung Fu Steve is going to be proud of you guys, man. I hope you guys go global. You deserve it. I could tell you're hardworking musicians. You're putting music together that matters. It's not easy stuff that I know. You're doing a fantastic job. If you're ever in Raleigh, North Carolina, okay, that's where I'm at. I want to introduce you guys wherever you're playing. Right? And I want the microphone to come down from the ceiling. I'm going to hold you to it, man.
Dude, I'll make it happen. I'll get a pedal for reverb. I'll get one of those.
Even if we have to just stand on a ladder above you and hang the cord down, we'll do it, man.
Seriously, that'd be a good time.
Or Luke could stand on his amplifier and just dangle it above you.
That's true. I could do that.
Just make sure you disinfect that mic.
That's right. Hey, listen, guys, I want to thank you very much for taking me up on my invitation to be on the show. This has been a great time. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I know my viewers definitely enjoyed this, and I wish you guys nothing but the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe,
for having us.
All right, make sure you like and share the video afterwards. I want to see 20,000 views by noon, all right?
All right.
All right, guys. Listen, I'm going to let you get back to your day, all right? Because I know you're ready to rock and roll. So go make some great music. Stay in touch. If you come out with anything new, touch base, man. We've got some things going on. I made a mention of it on Wednesday that I'm talking to a couple companies that can help us get to Roku and Apple TV and stuff. And I'm actually part of that process, and part of that show is there's going to be a music channel under my production. Okay. I would love to revisit this interview. It's a little different than live radio in the morning type show. It's going to be a produced show, but we will definitely revisit that when the time is right. You guys you're one of the bands that I definitely would like to bring on board when that happens. So we'll stay in touch. All right, man.
Cool.
All right. Be safe. Keep it going. The Jeb Bush Orchestra, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Wake Up to the Vibe. I hope you enjoyed the music today. I definitely loved it myself. Don't forget, Keith Angle is up next, and with his show, TGI Sports Talk. And it's going to be a great show. So make sure you stick around and check Keith out. And another shout out to Brian Piccirillo for doing a phenomenal show on his yesterday, No Bull with Brian. And we'll be making some announcements throughout the week next week. As many of you know, if you watched Wednesday's show, you can go back and watch the archive. As many of you know, that I'm going to step back from Wake Up to the Vibe and focus on the bigger picture of where we can take this with a TV platform. But don't forget, the show Barroom Philosophy is right around the corner. We're going to release that. I was going to release it tomorrow night. I think I'm still going to release it tomorrow night. I wanted to add something to it before I did the release. I don't know if I'm going to have time, but I think we'll release it anyway. So keep an eye open for that tomorrow night, Barroom Philosophy. Hey, you guys have been awesome. I hope you ride with me on the next chapter. It's going to be fun. And I want to do a special thank you to the Jeb Bush Orchestra, a bunch of good guys making good music and loving their life. So that's a pretty cool thing. I love to see that. Hey, and that is it. That concludes the show. Thank you so much for joining us on this COVID journey for the last 6 months. It's been a good time, nothing but a good time. And we love you. God bless. Stay safe. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.